Alright, cool. So step one, we're gonna remove the AC line bracket and then release this holder right here. And the AC line bracket is supported by, I believe it's a 10 millimeter bolt, which you can see right there. So we're gonna remove the bolt, then after that just grab a flathead and unclip this or unhinge it. So we took care of everything down there. Now we got to start working up here. I've already pretty much started a lot of it. My apologies, but anyways, what you want to do is you're gonna have to remove this hose to get it out of the way to get access to the tensioner right here. To release this, you're gonna pull this back using a big ass caveman wrench like this. You pull it back, you're gonna lock it in place by pushing in the pin here. But to have the wrench and to get access to it, you're gonna have to remove the hose and also the brace right here. So basically take the clamp off. It's gonna loosen this, remove your connector. After you remove your connector, it'll be mounted here. Slide it out of those two spots. These right there. Set that aside. Remove a bolt here. It's a 10 millimeter. Remove another 10 millimeter from here. Remove the last 10 millimeter from there. Then the support for the hose is down here. I'm not too sure if you guys can see it. It's very hard to see. There it is. It's right there. That's held in by a T25 torque screw. So it's a pain in the ass to get to, but what I do is usually put a 1/4 inch socket at the end of this and then slip the, the torque set into there. Small, so it gives you enough space to get in there and change it. So once you get that out, the hose will be loose like it is now. And then get access to the hose, you need to remove these two bolts here. It's gonna take off your brace in the front. So you can kind of slide this up and then pull this out of the way. And that'll give you clearance to get the wrench in here and pull it back. So after you get the two bolts removed, now you need to remove the headlamp assembly, because this right here is going to block you from removing the brace. So basically it's 1, 2, 3, what I believe are 10 millimeter bolts. So just disconnect the harness, remove the 3 bolts, and then move the light aside so you can get this lifted and up out of the way to remove the pipe. So now with the headlight removed, remove these 2 bolts right here from the hood latch assembly, and then this front brace should be able to lift up and slide out of the way. I don't really think we're gonna have to disconnect or basically remove this. So I think we can just slide it back and then push the hose over. So if we can't, then we'll remove it, but if so, we'll keep it the way it is. So yes, we will have to remove this. It's pretty easy. Flathead, just pop it out, and then should be able to slide out of the way. It's fucking Mini Coopers. Now with that last piece removed, we were able to lift this up, slide the hose from its original position here to now on this side, the opposite side of the dipstick. So that'll now give us access to release the tension off the tensioner right there, lock it into place. Spring right there, and then after we lock it into place, we'll come down here, release tension on there, right here, you can see it, and then slide the belt off. And after we get the belt off, we'll remove these 3 bolts here to pull the pulley right on off, and then we'll have access to the seal. So as you can see, now that we release the tensioner, the belt is slacking. You can actually slide it off, you know, the pulleys here, and get it off the AC compressor and around. But what I like to do still is pull the tab here, and once I pull that, this will slide down and then push back. And once it slides down, you can push it back like that to have it clear the pulley and get it off safely without tearing up the edge of the belt. So again, some people don't, but I like to do it just to avoid shredding the shit out of my belts. So it's up to you. So now that we got the belt off, you're gonna basically have 3, I believe they're E10 bolts to remove. Don't touch the center one, because that'll fuck up everything with your timing and with the actual crankshaft itself. So again, just remove these 3 right here, and then the pulley's gonna come off. Or I think the correct term is vibration dampener or whatever. It's a fucking pulley. So remove these 3 bolts here, the pulley will come off, and then you'll have full access to the seal. And then to get that seal in, we're gonna have to use a special tool to punch it in. Now if the seal is pinched, we can use some prying tools or picking tools to roll the lip out if it is the lip that's pinched or rolled. But if the seal is just completely shot to shit, you're gonna punch it out at the top and then pull it out at the bottom and get it off there. But we'll show that in a few seconds. All right, so we got the bolts out, and you just take this little fucker off right here. It's in decent condition, but you can definitely tell around the back side that the seal has for sure been leaking. And let's check out the seal now. There it is. There's our lovely. Yeah, and that shit's leaking like a motherfucker right there. And one way to tell too if your seal is leaking, just basically look on the right side of the motor. You'll see just the trail of oil coming straight down off the block, collecting right there at the lip where your gasket is on the oil pan, and then more than likely pissing in your driveway, garage, or whatever else you have. And you can also see from the back the oil pan gasket is leaking. So we'll address that later. But for now, we're going to get the seal out of here. And with the seal, what you want to do is use a punch tool to punch it at the top and pick it out at the bottom with a pick tool, or if the lip comes out enough, you can pull it out. But most of the time when doing this, it never comes out. I'd say 80% of the time you're gonna punch it in and the whole fucking seal is gonna go inside, and you're gonna have to literally wiggle and pry it out. It's a pain in the ass, but hopefully this time we can punch it at the top, pull it out at the bottom, and just be done with it. What you want to do is take a punch. I prefer using flat, I don't like using pointed. You're gonna get the punch, put it right here, the top there, if you can see. And you're basically gonna get the hammer, and you want to tap your hammer, the back end of your punch, driving the seal inward and pushing the bottom part down there outward. So once you drive the top part in, it's gonna push the bottom part out, and you'll basically pull the seal out once the lip comes out of the bottom right there. So on this one, what ended up happening is the lip was rolled at the top. So if your lip has been rolled or someone installed and you see the lip is rolled, you can use the prying tool or picking tool to basically push the bottom of the rolled lip in, and that'll seal it and prevent oil from coming out. Now it doesn't fix it all the time, but in this case, it's pretty much what we have. It's just a rolled lip. So what I'm gonna do is button it back up and then see if it leaks. Hopefully it doesn't, because it's a pain in the ass pulling all this shit off. If it leaks, then we're gonna go ahead and install the new seal. If it doesn't, we'll leave it as is. So in this case, it was just a rolled lip, which, you know, that does happen. A lot of times people take their cars to shitty service shops or general mechanics who don't really fix Mini Coopers or understand these funky fucking cars. But anyways, you know, not all the time is it a rolled lip or pinched lip. You know, it can't just be you have a bad seal. But in this case, it was just a rolled lip, and as you can see, no more oil leaks from the seal. It's dry, and we basically pushed the lip in, which has a metal ring around it to seal and prevent oil from slipping past it and then spewing out and spilling down the block and into your driveway, like what happened to this person. All their stains here, there, every fucking where. So yeah, that's done. I believe I have another video where I did replace a seal on one of these cars. So if so, I'll go ahead and post it. But if not, this could be a video basically just showing you how to get access to the seal or to repair a pinched lip.